Hi everybody, this is Dan Fredrickson, creator of the Hyperbaric lifestyle and the author of the book Bohica, Stories of Navy Divers. Today we're going to talk about remission. I was watching the Olympics the other day and a commercial popped up, and before I could fast forward through it, a big statement jumped up on there. The key to happiness is remission with this drug. I don't think I've ever found happiness in a pharmaceutical drug, but 15 minutes later, another one popped up. It was similar drug kind of thing. The key to happiness is remission. Remission. What does remission mean? Doctors love the word remission. What it means to them is that your disease is not killing you right at the moment. It's not terrorizing your body like cancer or something to that effect. The problem is remission is just the first step. That just means you're not suffering as much. But to doctors, that means that you're on the way to maybe another drug to stop any more symptoms or to be healed completely. That just doesn't seem to be the full mission here. So what we have is remission means you're sitting on a ticking time bomb. That means at any time during your life here while you're in remission, that little critter is hanging up on your shoulder here waiting to pounce on you the minute that stress, a little bit of lifestyle changes, something negative in your life sets up the perfect setup to have everything come rolling back again. What a terrible feeling to have to sit there and wait for remission every day and to be tested every couple of weeks or a month and find out whether your disease has come back to haunt you again. Now, I had a friend that had a diagnosis of cancer, and she called me up while I was in Virginia. I was working on a hyperbaric clinic out there, and she said, I'm scared to death. My doctor told me that the chances of me surviving this were about 5 to 10% if I was lucky. They told her she had to have chemo, radiation, and that she was probably going to lose her hair, and she was terrified. Well, I came back from my job a few weeks later, and by the time I'd gotten in there, she had told me what the doctor's office visit was like. She said it was just like a screaming salesperson because she didn't want to do chemo and she did not want to do radiation, but the doctor got right in her face. You have to do this. This is the only treatment available. And she said she was scared of the doctor at that time, but she was scared to say no. And that's what a lot of cancer doctors do. That's a real standard cancer doctor setup. They intimidate patients into doing treatments that they personally wouldn't do. She was terrified of the doctor, and she was scared to say she didn't want to do the treatments, so she agreed. I came back about a week after her first treatments, and she said she was sick all week. She said that radiation felt like someone was burning her with a blowtorch, and it was horrible. And she said it was almost unbearable, and she was still in pain right now. I brought her down to my hyperbaric clinic, and within 10 minutes of hitting the bottom where we were on our treatment depth, her pain was completely gone. And after doing treatments, she did 2 a day for the first couple of times, and then 5 treatments a week for about 6 months. And I was off on another job, and I got a call back. After 6 months, she'd done no more chemo and no more radiation after that. She called me and said that after her treatment, she was terrified to go in to see her diagnosis of her cancer again here. Said the week leading up to that, she couldn't sleep, and it was a terrible experience. And luckily, I was in New York doing another job, and she called me and said she was in remission. We were both so happy. She hadn't lost her hair, she hadn't done any of those things because she had done hyperbarics the whole time. Her doctor just could not believe that she was now cancer-free. So what we did is I talked to her about 2 weeks ago, and it's been 12 years. Cancer-free. Remission now has a new definition. The old definition, you're sitting on a ticking time bomb waiting for your disease to come back and kill you. The new definition is re-educate, recreate, re-envision, and re-energize your life to remission it to a happy and wonderful future. Once again, it's been great talking to you. If you have any questions about anything you've heard today, feel free to contact me and I will be happy to answer any and all of your questions. This is Dan Fredrickson reminding you that the only change that you can control in your life is the change you do in yourself.